how do we personalize the home purchasing process? Um, I from a builder's end, I talk to a lot of builders about the difference between customization and personalization, because customization is the enemy of efficiency and the enemy of profit, right? If we're doing everything the first time, we're certainly not going to be doing it as well as we could if we can find a way to repeat a process. If you repeat a process too often, then people don't feel like it's their own, and they don't feel that level of personalization. So, Jeff, maybe we'll start with you. How do you approach personalization and using, not even necessarily using technology, but just in the sales process to help sales professionals sell something that is an off-the-shelf product in a way, but isn't really?
Yeah. Well, look, when we just look at a fundamental psychological principle, we make decisions according to the expected outcome. And going back to what I was saying earlier, when there is a greater clarity of the expected outcome, then the certainty goes up and then the confidence goes up. So the role of the builder and the sales professional for the builder is to be able to bring clarity to that expected outcome. What does that look like? So the more we can get our customer to move beyond the features of a home and into the livability of the home, the more likely that is to be able to take root. So when we do things like not necessarily furnish a model home, although I have no problem with it, but we get the customer to move their furniture into a model home, then it changes things, because it's a personal opportunity. When we start asking really interesting questions about the way that the customer lives, like where does the dog sleep? And where does the Christmas tree go? And when you entertain, what is that experience like? We start asking these questions, not so that we can show a great solution. We ask these questions so that we can get the customer thinking about how they mentally move in. I'm right now, I have a home office. It's an office, it's a studio, and this is where the magic happens. And I've got my wall behind me here. I've got a green screen over here. I've got the camera. I've got my whiteboards where I do my ideating. I've got my bass guitar when I need a little mental break. I've got a recliner with a chair over here when I'm doing my reading. And then I've got a window looking down on my pond that I can stare out to for a long time. Don't you dare call this bedroom 2. Right? On a floor plan somewhere, it says bedroom 2. Do not call this bedroom 2. It would dramatically diminish the personalization of the home if you were to call this bedroom 2. So as we start thinking about that for the customer, the more we can get them psychologically into that livability aspect of what it is they're doing versus here's what you get and here's what you don't get, then the more ownership they take, then they get clarity. When they get clarity, they get certainty. When they get certainty, they get confidence. That's how you build a sale.
Jeff is spot on. I mean, when I first started working with Shore Consulting and having Shore Consulting come down and help coach my sales team, one of the things that I had to untrain my team on was just feature dumping and feature dumping and feature dumping. And we really love to tell our builder story and who we are and talk about, all the included features that come with our home. But frankly, who cares? All that matters is what matters to the buyer that's in front of you. And if they didn't really care about your Energy Star appliances, then why are we talking about them? So that, I think, was not just a change in how we communicate to customers, but it was just a change in mindset for the whole sales team. It's, hey, we're here to serve customers. And if you're talking about something that isn't serving them, then maybe you shouldn't talk about it. Maybe we should focus on what they want to talk about. We actually tried a really cool exercise that I encourage the audience to try with their teams. Maybe not a permanent thing to do, but to give it a day or a couple of days of trying this. It's called the questions only selling, where you only sell by asking. You only ask open-ended questions, and what you'll figure out is your customer will be able to carry that entire conversation. The less you say, the more they hear. Best advice I can give to a salesperson is be quiet and listen, because the best listeners tend to make the best salespeople, in my opinion.